What's cracking, YouTube? It's your boy, though, back again with another reaction. We got something I was interested in because I keep hearing the best invention since sliced bread. I heard that like 3 times in like 2 days. So I'm just like, bro, are some of the best inventions of all time? Obviously, I think it's like a clock, um, a house. Would bread be a sliced bread is a that's a very very fucking smart and efficient invention that we still use today. I don't know, but hopefully Mojo, what is this, Mojo TV can help us with that, man. But before we get into this, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for daily bangers. Let's get it. Oh, it's Watch Mojo.
These ideas changed the world.
A
Welcome
compass.
to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 inventions of all time. Number 10. Paper. One of the Chinese people's 4 great inventions, paper was invented and developed in the 2nd century BC by the Han Dynasty. The idea eventually traveled to Europe, where paper mills began manufacturing the product on a larger scale. Without paper, the printing press would never have been invented, and our world would be very different. We would not have maps, paper currency, or books to disperse information. Its impact is truly endless. Number 9.
So what do we use? What do we use? How do we write? What do we write on if we did write paper? What we was writing on walls like little ass kids? What are we doing? Like we fucking carving notes into trees? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Before the compass, sailors depended on landmarks or even the stars to navigate their ships. But once the Chinese began using lodestones and magnetism to find their bearings between the 9th and 11th centuries, it quickly spread to the Arab world and to Europe. This not only made circumnavigation of the globe easier, it also made it safer, which kicked off the age of discovery. Number 8. Refrigeration. Though ice was used since prehistoric times to prevent food from spoiling and developing bacteria, the concept of refrigeration was only developed in earnest starting in the mid-1700s. The process was then refined and improved, changing the way the food industry transports and stores food. The implications of this discovery are far-reaching, as it transformed the way we eat and live.
Bruh, I think it was one of the History Channel, because I like watching the History Channel, and they have like these back in the day type things. It's like back in history, like they be doing McDonald's, they do these restaurants, they do all this type of stuff, and they was talking about the refrigerator. But I think my mom and dad was watching it. I came in at the end of the refrigerator, and it went straight to the washing machine, and that's the only one I remember. So washing machine has to be on one of the top 10 inventions. So damn, I did miss part of the refrigerator episode of it. Damn.
Number 7. The printing press.
That's
Though Johannes Gutenberg is credited with this invention, he actually perfected and popularized existing technology. By combining the Chinese principle of movable type with European press systems already in use for winemaking, Gutenberg created the machine that printed text on a wide scale, which in turn lowered the price of books and helped spread information and knowledge to the masses, spurring the Reformation, the Renaissance, and the scientific revolution. Number 6. Plumbing. The landscape of major cities would be drastically different without this innovation. After all, how would a high-rise exist without modern plumbing?
New York, right?
Evolving from holes in the ground to chamber pots to outhouses and eventually to flush toilets as early as the 31st to 26th centuries BC, the development of plumbing improved living conditions for millions of people across the globe and lengthened our lifespans. Number 5.
I remember in my history class, we were talking about New York, and when the Europeans first came here and they lived in New York and stuff like that. New York is built, and it's still built the damn near the same way, where it's like all the buildings are like facing each other, and it's only like you had like this back way in like these buildings, and they was damn near like connected. Damn, how can you? It's like building two Lego. It's like two Lego pieces, like side by side. It's something in front of it. It's something on the front and the back of it. Just leaving just the middle, and they used to just dump the feces and stuff like that out the window instead of because they have toilets and stuff. I was like, damn, that is disgusting.
Medicine. Many medicines and vaccinations have extended and changed our lives significantly. Discovered by accident by Alexander Fleming, penicillin was the first group of drugs that fought illnesses like syphilis and strep infections.
That's
On the other side
accident.
of the spectrum, since they were introduced to the public in the 1960s, contraceptives such as the birth control pill helped level out the global population and launched a revolution in social change.
Conspiracy theories, population control. Birth control is population control.
Number 4, engines. These engines got industry and the population moving. Instead of relying on horses as transportation, people traveled across the countryside via Thomas Newcomen's steam engine as of 1712, which was improved upon by James Watt later that century, quickly becoming the backbone of society and sparking the Industrial Revolution. Internal combustion ultimately replaced steam and ushered in the Second Industrial Revolution, and allowed individuals to affordably travel great distances.
Bro.
Number 3.
You know who I watch? I watch a lot of Neil deGrasse Tyson. I think that's his name. We actually teleport. I've been saying this for years. I'm like, bro, there is no way humans can't teleport. And he brought it down to a scientific standpoint that we technically do teleport because we can sit on our ass, relax, and we can just shoot ourselves straight to a different, you know what I'm saying, a different place in the city or something like that. Even though, yeah, you got to push your foot on the pedal, yeah, but you're still barely moving. That is technically teleporting, bro. You in a plane, you ain't doing nothing. You magically, not magically, but you're physically in a different city, a different state, different country. That's technically teleportation, bro.
Wheel.
You gotta watch him. He explained it way better than me.
Was
you know what I'm
first
saying?
to invent this simple machine.
The wheel.
Though it's still unclear which civilization was first to invent this simple machine in the 4th century BC, it's obvious that it's been one of the world's most vital innovations.
I thought cavemen.
The transportation, commerce, and travel industries wouldn't be the same without it. And today, the wheel can be found in every aspect of our daily lives.
Oh,
from
my
water
microphone
wheels,
got a
gears,
wheel.
motors, and engines to more fun applications.
Wow.
Number 2, communications. Several inventions changed global communications forever. Samuel Morse brought us the electric telegraph in 1836. Alexander Graham Bell's telephone was the first to be awarded a patent to transmit voices in 1876. Guglielmo Marconi and Nikola Tesla developed radio in the late 19th century. Moving pictures first came across John Logie Baird's television in 1925. Conrad Zuse developed the first
we have
computer
TV
in the
until
early
1925?
40s, and Tim Berners-Lee proposed the World Wide Web in the late 80s, and they all made the world a little bit smaller. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Goodness gracious, right? Cameras.
Number 1, electricity. Not only did sleep patterns change
How-
drastically with
you know
the
what I'm saying?
introduction of electricity, so did work habits. From Ben Franklin to Nikola Tesla to Michael Faraday to Thomas Edison, many innovators made important contributions to this modernization, which brought
Facts.
light and power to the masses. However,
That is the best
electricity
one.
only became a necessity and standard to everyday life in the mid-20th century. Before that, it was enjoyed mainly in the big cities.
That's what.
Do you
Hey,
agree with our list?
this list was low key accurate. It was accurate, bruh. Electricity might have to be the greatest invention ever, man. I can't keep this PC powered, these 2 monitors powered, this goddamn light, my TV, my PlayStation. Shout out to Ben Franklin and stuff like that, man. God, yeah. That's a beautiful creation, man. How could I forget that? But YouTube, I'm out of here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Which one was y'all surprised by? And do y'all got another invention that wasn't mentioned on here that you think is part of all time greatest inventions ever, man? Besides that, I'll catch y'all boys on the flip, man.